Have you ever wondered why your morning erections just stopped showing up? You didn't change your diet, you didn't suddenly become unhealthy overnight. Yet, those firm, confident mornings you once took for granted, the ones that made you feel young, alive, and ready to take on the day, quietly disappeared. And here's the shocking truth most men never hear from their doctor: the loss of morning wood isn't just about testosterone or aging, it's actually one of the earliest red flags your body sends when something deeper is going wrong, something that affects not only your performance, but your heart, your brain, and your long term vitality. In fact, studies show that when morning erections fade, it can be a silent indicator that your cells are starving for a specific nutrient, a vitamin that acts like the ignition key for blood flow, nerve function, and hormonal balance. But here's where it gets interesting. This one vitamin isn't rare or exotic, it's something your body once made effortlessly in your youth and now struggles to activate after 40. So if you've been feeling flat, foggy, or frustrated, and you miss waking up with that natural confidence, or stay right here, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the simple, natural way to bring it back. It starts quietly. You wake up one morning and realize nothing. No morning wood. Maybe you shrug it off. I didn't sleep well, you tell yourself, but then it happens again and again. Weeks go by, and suddenly you can't remember the last time you woke up feeling that kind of alive. You try to brush it off, but deep down, it bothers you. You start to wonder if something's wrong with your hormones, your health, or worse, your masculinity. Your energy feels lower, your workouts don't hit the same, you feel tired, distracted, maybe even disconnected from your partner. The spark that once came so naturally now feels forced. And the worst part? Most men never talk about it. They keep it bottled up, smiling on the outside, but quietly losing confidence on the inside. This isn't about vanity, it's about vitality, the biological signal that your body's systems are firing properly. When that signal fades, it's not just a bedroom issue, it's a health issue. But here's the hopeful truth: this problem is not permanent. There's a reason your body shut down that signal. And once you understand why, you can absolutely turn it back on, naturally. Hi, I'm Dr. Rachel Rubin, a board certified urologist and sexual medicine specialist. For over a decade, I've helped thousands of men restore their confidence, their energy, and their intimate health, not with gimmicks or guesswork, but through real science and simple natural solutions. I've seen men in their 40s, 50s, even 70s regain their vitality, often with small daily changes that reignite the body's natural rhythm. My mission is to help you understand what's really happening inside your body so you can take back control of it. Because here's the truth: when you know how your system works, you realize your best days aren't behind you, they're waiting to be unlocked. So let's pull back the curtain on this one vitamin that quietly fuels your performance, confidence, and energy. Here's where things get fascinating. Most men assume the key to stronger, more reliable erections is boosting testosterone. And yes, hormones play a role, but there's a missing link that almost every man over 40 overlooks. It's a specific vitamin your body used to convert naturally into a powerful molecule, the one that keeps your blood vessels open, your circulation strong, and your nerve signals sharp. Without it, even healthy testosterone levels can't deliver where it counts. The truth is, modern diets, stress, and even certain medications slowly drain your stores of this vitamin, leaving your body unable to switch on that vital signal overnight. That's why the problem often sneaks up on you, not because of aging, but because your cells are running on low power. But here's the good news: you can replenish it. And when you do, men often notice something surprising. Not only do morning erections return, but their energy, mood, and motivation start to lift too. This isn't a new pill or a risky treatment. It's a simple, natural nutrient you can get from real food, and it begins working quietly the very first night you correct the deficiency. So, what is this vitamin, and how exactly does it wake up your body's natural signal every morning? Let's break it down with the science. When we talk about morning erections, or nocturnal penile tumescence as we call it medically, we're not just talking about a reflex. We're talking about one of your body's most reliable health indicators. During deep REM sleep, your nervous system triggers a rush of blood flow, oxygen, and nutrients into the tissues of the penis. It's your body's way of maintaining circulation and elasticity overnight. When this natural response stops happening, it's like the check engine light turning on. So, what's the system behind that? Blood flow. And blood flow depends on one molecule: nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the master key for circulation. It tells your blood vessels to relax and expand, allowing oxygen rich blood to reach every corner of your body, your brain, heart, muscles, and yes, your erections. Now, here's the crucial part: nitric oxide doesn't appear out of nowhere. Your body creates it using raw materials from your diet. And one of the most powerful raw materials for that process is vitamin B3, also known as niacin. When you were younger, your cells easily converted niacin into compounds that boosted nitric oxide production. That's why you could eat a meal, go to sleep, and your circulation would work like a well oiled machine. But as we age, especially after 40, this conversion slows dramatically. Stress, alcohol, poor sleep, and certain medications like statins or blood pressure drugs can all deplete B3 levels. Even worse, the body's ability to absorb and utilize niacin decreases over time, especially if your diet is heavy in processed foods or low in natural proteins. Without enough niacin, your endothelial cells, the inner lining of your blood vessels, can't produce enough nitric oxide. And when nitric oxide goes down, circulation suffers. That means less oxygen to your muscles, slower recovery, and weaker signals to your reproductive tissues. The result? Your body simply stops triggering those morning erections because the signal can't get through. Let's simplify this. Vitamin B3, niacin, is absorbed from your diet. It converts into NAD, a molecule essential for energy production. NAD helps generate nitric oxide, which opens blood vessels. Nitric oxide drives blood flow, especially during REM sleep. So when your niacin levels are low, nitric oxide drops. When nitric oxide drops, blood flow weakens. When blood flow weakens, your natural morning erections fade away. But that's only part of the story. Niacin also supports your testosterone producing cells, the Leydig cells in your testes. These cells rely on healthy blood flow and oxygen to function. Without niacin, these cells become sluggish, leading to lower hormone output. That's why low niacin can mimic the symptoms of low testosterone: fatigue, irritability, and reduced drive. Think of niacin as your body's spark plug. It ignites energy metabolism inside every cell. Without it, even if your engine, your hormones are fine, the fuel isn't burning properly. Studies have shown that niacin supplementation improves endothelial function. That's doctor speak for blood vessel health. In one clinical trial, men with erectile difficulties who took niacin daily reported significant improvement in both rigidity and frequency of erections. Why? Because niacin restored nitric oxide flow naturally. And here's something most people don't realize: niacin doesn't just help your erections, it helps your heart, brain, and metabolism too. When your circulation improves, your sleep quality often gets better because your body can regulate oxygen and temperature more efficiently. Better sleep means more REM cycles, which are directly tied to nighttime erections. It's all connected. Now, there are two main forms of vitamin B3: niacin, niacinamide. Both are beneficial, but they act a bit differently. Niacin, nicotinic acid, is the form that creates the famous niacin flush, that warm, tingling feeling on your skin after taking it. It happens because niacin rapidly boosts blood flow to the surface. It's harmless and actually shows the vitamin is doing its job, expanding your blood vessels. Niacinamide, on the other hand, doesn't cause flushing and is often used for skin and cellular repair. However, for circulation and nitric oxide activation, niacin, the flushing kind, tends to be more potent. Still, you don't need massive doses. Too much niacin can cause discomfort or temporary liver strain if overused. The goal is balance, not excess. When you get the right amount of niacin, either through food or gentle supplementation, something amazing happens. Within days, your cells start producing more NAD, your mitochondria, the cell's engines, wake up, and blood vessels become more responsive. You may notice warmer hands and feet, better workout pumps, deeper sleep, and yes, the gradual return of spontaneous morning erections. Because remember, your body never truly forgets how to do this. It just needs the right signal again. That's why men who restore their niacin levels often describe it like turning the lights back on. Energy comes back, confidence returns, not because of a pill that forces the body to respond, but because you've reactivated the system that nature built for you. There's another layer too: inflammation. Chronic low grade inflammation silently damages blood vessels, especially in men over 40. Niacin helps reduce that by improving cholesterol balance, raising HDL, and lowering LDL. That means better heart health and better blood flow everywhere else. And here's what's fascinating: the arteries that supply the penis are much smaller than those that supply the heart. So if those smaller vessels start clogging up first, guess what symptom appears before any heart trouble? You guessed it: weaker morning erections. That's why I tell my patients, your sexual health is your cardiovascular report card. When you start taking care of one, you're protecting the other. Niacin rich foods are nature's first line of defense. You'll find it in things like wild salmon, chicken breast eggs, peanuts, mushrooms, avocados. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're everyday ingredients that nourish your circulatory system. Combine that with hydration, sunlight exposure, and proper sleep, and your body can start rebuilding nitric oxide levels naturally. So, when we talk about the one vitamin that wakes up morning erections, we're really talking about giving your body the tools to repair itself. Niacin doesn't override your system, it restores it because your body wants to be healthy. It wants to circulate, to perform, to signal properly. All it needs is the right chemistry to do so. And when you provide that chemistry through this simple, natural vitamin, you don't just wake up firmer, you wake up younger. Now that you understand why vitamin B3, niacin, and is so vital, let's talk about how to bring it back into your daily life safely and effectively. First, start with food. Nature provides niacin in abundance. You just need to eat the right sources consistently. Aim for one niacin rich meal per day. Breakfast, 2 eggs and half an avocado. Lunch, grilled chicken or turkey breast with leafy greens. Dinner, a serving of wild salmon or tuna paired with steamed mushrooms or brown rice. If you prefer a plant based route, peanuts, lentils, and whole grains can also give your body a solid niacin boost. For those who need extra support, a low dose niacin supplement and around 100 milligrams per day can help. Always start small and work your way up, since some people experience a harmless flush. Take it with food at night when your body does most of its repair work. Avoid combining niacin with alcohol or sugary foods, as both can block absorption and stress your liver. And never megadose unless guided by your doctor. More isn't better here. Within a week or two of consistent intake, many men report sleeping better, feeling more energetic, and yes, noticing that long missing morning signal returning. Try adding niacin rich foods or a small nighttime supplement for 7 days. And then tell me your results in the comments below. Did your energy shift? Did your mornings feel different? I want to hear from you. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and watch my next video: 3 habits that naturally boost testosterone without pills. It pairs perfectly with what we covered today. Remember, your body isn't broken, it just needs the right support. Stay strong, stay informed, and take control of your health.